This is the Tech Vibe Radio One Mic Stand. This is Jonathan Kirsting with the Pittsburgh Technology Council and, of course, Tech Vibe Radio. And today we are talking to Mike McClaine from Aspirant. So glad to have you here today, Mike.
Thanks, Jonathan. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. So you guys reached out to me about a week and a half ago, and I just love this concept that you guys brought up and this service that you guys are offering. And I was like, man, we got to talk to the world about this and let them know what you guys are up to. Because I think it's pretty magical stuff. It's around this virtual working assessment where people can take a quick survey and really quickly, see how the staff is doing, see how tech is holding up and all that kind of good stuff. And what I love most about it is it's a free assessment. I mean, I think people can get a lot of insight from, and we're going to nerd out about that. But before we get into that, Aspirant's just such a cool company here in Pittsburgh. You guys have been around for a long time. You do some really great work. Can you give us a little background on that, and also a little background about what you're up to these days, Mike, and how you're holding up during our working at home days right now?
Absolutely. So Aspirant is a management consulting and technology firm. We're located on the North Shore. We do a wide variety of engagements, from helping companies with marketing and sales, organizational effectiveness, technology, et cetera. So it's a wide variety. We've got a lot of great clients in Pittsburgh, big and small, and we have global clients as well. I am working from home just like everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think the interesting thing is tech companies and consulting companies, we have people who are very adaptive. So maybe it's a little bit easier for our teams to adapt to a situation like this than it is for a lot of people, but things are going well.
That makes a lot of sense. I've been hearing that as well. So I'm glad you guys, it wasn't like falling off a cliff. It's part and parcel for you guys to be working from home and everything like that. I'm glad that you guys are doing well, because we worry about our members, man. We want to make sure you guys are in good shape, but you're looking good there. So I'm feeling good about that. That's for sure. So give me a little background. What was the inspiration on spinning up the virtual working assessment that you guys have just released?
Yeah, it came from two things. First of all, we were seeing a lot of clients out there who were having challenges. Their people were having challenges with social isolation, with technology. They were having problems related to their business results they were getting, et cetera. So we saw an issue there. The other half of it is we have a tool already in place that we've talked to you about before called Digital Discovery. It's our AI-based tool that uses machine learning and is able to take information in an open-ended format and take that information and combine it with the quantitative information as well to create great insights for companies. So we were able to then build this virtual working assessment right on top of Digital Discovery.
Very cool. So you had that nice foundation there, and very quickly you could spin this up to meet the needs you were seeing because of the whole COVID crisis. That's crazy. That's why I love ingenuity. It's why I love tech companies and people that are always thinking like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a big part of it. Digital discovery is part of our strategy. It helps us do consulting projects much quicker, can save our clients quite a bit of money and help them get to deeper insights. So anytime we can reuse it, whether it's for this or for engagement surveys, et cetera, we really like to do that.
Very cool. So this is a tool that a company can take and basically send this link out to their staff, and it's a quick survey. Can you tell me about the survey? What kind of questions are in there?
Yeah, there's a variety of questions that start off with an overall assessment of how people are doing, and then it gets into specifics about how people are connecting with their manager. Is it regular? Is it effective? How people are dealing with technology? Do they understand their expectations? Are they able to get their work done, keep up with the pace in the new world? So that's what the multiple choice type questions are, and then we get into open-ended questions around what has improved productivity the most. And then also what have been the biggest challenges?
Yeah, definitely.
So the AI component of the tool is then able to take those open-ended responses, cluster them into groups, and then provide feedback in a graphical format.
I remember you showed me the dashboard that you get when it's all completed, and it's very actionable. And as like a leader or someone in HR or leading a department, whatever that may be, it seems like you can really quickly see where you need to improve, where you're doing okay, and then take maybe some resources and put them where you need more help. So it just seems like super powerful and just a great way to make sure that everyone's rowing the boat in the same direction and that people are feeling as good as they can, given the conditions and stuff that we're all under right now.
Yeah, exactly. And the unique thing about it is even within a given company, responses are very different. So you might have a question about how are you doing in this virtual environment? There are people You might see a bell curve where some people are right in the middle, but you have people on extremes. So you
Okay.
might have people who have more introverted personalities, are perfectly comfortable with this type of working environment, and are actually thriving and feeling good about the way things are operating. You might have other people who are
Right.
more extroverted in nature. They're out on sales calls. They're constantly used to talking to everybody the entire day. And now they're sitting in front of a computer 8 to 10 hours a day. Much harder for someone like that to adapt. So
Exactly.
executives really need to look at people on both ends of the spectrum, and how do we, from a positive standpoint, reinforce situations that are helping certain people, and supporting those that are having a more difficult time.
For sure. Now, is the survey anonymous? So no one's really called out per se?
Yeah, completely anonymous, and it was designed that way on purpose for to make sure people are open and transparent with their answers, and
Definitely.
then also just to make sure that nothing could, you would never want someone to come up with an answer and then it would be tied back in a negative way. So we do not take possession of the emails. We actually have no way of tying an
Okay.
answer to an individual person.
Excellent. Very good. And is there like a sweet spot for a size of a company that should be using this? I mean, I'm sure 10, 15 people probably is a good starting point, and obviously to thousands of people where you can get some
Yeah.
seriously powerful data, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. So if you have 10 people, it's useful. You can read through the verbatims, you can get an idea of what's going on, and it can be helpful. The real power is when you have, some of the organizations we're doing this for literally have thousands of people, that will fill out the assessment. If you can imagine AI clustering verbatims and giving them
Yeah,
analysis, it's something you could have never done. Whereas with 10
exactly.
people, yes, if you took the time, you could certainly review their responses on your own.
That's the power of AI. I think it's so cool. You can scale it, and the bigger it gets, the better it is, because it really makes things quick. And you were telling before that you get results super fast, like usually within like a day or two. You're able
Yeah,
to crunch all this down and provide then that really cool dashboard with actionable items and all sorts of information.
yeah. So is a perfect example. We might maybe at noon on Monday have a client send out the email that we're ready to go. Send the information off to their people, ask them to fill out the assessment by end of day Tuesday. And the reason we do it, it's quick. People have a few seconds. It's literally a 3-minute assessment. People
Yeah,
are
that's
at
key.
their desks
That's
anyway.
key.
And in my experience, people either fill out an assessment when they get it or they wait till the deadline. So the idea is have them do it quickly. So that could lead to Monday at noon, send it out, end of day Tuesday, um, having them complete it. And then by Thursday, we're presenting results back, and people have a password access to a dashboard where they can go in and dive through the verbatims and really go into that next level of detail to get the real insight.
That's what I'm talking about. Super cool. And then how do people access this? Is it go to your website?
Yeah, you can go to our website. There's a link that people can click, and right from the homepage at aspirant.com, and sign up to participate.
That's awesome. And it's just that simple. People can get rolling. You can instantly, within a day,
Yeah.
start seeing how people are reacting, how people are doing during this. And you can really find out where you need to apply your resources to make your organization all the more strong as far as that goes. I just think it's so cool. And you're rolling this out for free on your technology platform, and you scaled it up that quick. I just think it's amazing stuff.
Oh, thanks, Jonathan. I really appreciate it.
Very, very cool. I'm really encouraging everyone to try this. And at the Pittsburgh Technology Council, we're going to spin this up next week
All right.
and take a little pulse as to what's going on with our staff. And I'm really excited to see what's going on and see if there's any surprises and confirm some suspicions and and see what we got to do to make sure that we're communicating right and trying to get everyone, as I said before, rowing the PTC boat in the same direction as far as this. I think it's going to be a powerful tool. I'm looking forward to trying it out. That's for sure, Mike.
Excellent, Jonathan. Thank you for your continued support. We appreciate everything you guys do at Pittsburgh Technology Council and all the information you're providing to the community.
We appreciate that. And we can't thank you enough for being a member, supporting our work and the greater tech community as far as that goes. We can't do it without you. As simple as that, Mike.
Excellent.
Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with us on One Mic Stand. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan.